April 30th, 2026. A Meditative Life. Foolish son, wonderful father. Beloved saints, have you rested into the peace of the Lord today? A long time ago, a father promised his beloved son that he would gift him a nice car if he got into college. Finally, the son was accepted, and he waited for his father's gift with a fluttering heart. However, instead of keys, the father handed his son an old Bible. Inside these words lies a treasure more precious than a car. Be sure to read it. The son was overcome with great disappointment and anger. He resented his father for giving him an ancient book instead of the nice, visible car. Throughout his 4 years of college, the son did not even visit home. Closing his heart with complaints and hatred that his father had broken his promise, he spent an isolated time considering himself a victim, claiming his father was someone who did not keep his word. Before he knew it, graduation was approaching. While packing his belongings at his boarding house, the son discovered the Bible covered inchi dust, inchi the corner of a shelf. Just as he mindlessly brushed off the dust and turned the pages, a piece of paper fell out. It was a check written for a large amount, more than enough to buy a car. Tragically, however, the expiration date for cashing the check had already long passed. Only then did the son remember his father's words telling him to read the Bible. His father had not lied. The son struck his chest and shed tears over his own stupidity and pride, inchi hating his father for 4 years. However, what awaited the son when he returned home was an even more surprising twist. Parked inchi the yard was the new car he had so desperately wanted. The father had been waiting only for the day his son would return, and even knowing that he had not found the check, had prepared to give him an even greater joy. Are we not like this son? We do not act according to the words of God the Father, but live complaining and resenting when what we want does not immediately appear before our eyes. Even though he has already placed the keys to all blessings and peace within the word, we leave that book neglected on a shelf, while starving inchi a world like a wilderness. Today, I earnestly hope there will be the grace to confess my shortcomings and open the Lord's word once again. Meditation and application. The first meditation is discovering God's check prepared into the Word. I must look back to see if I am neglecting the Bible, the Word of God, viewing it not as the solution for my life, but merely as a boring religious duty or an old book. Just as the Father hid the check into the Bible, God has already prepared promises of peace and blessings that the world cannot give within the Word we face. Today, let us stop complaining about our lives, humbly open the Lord's Word again, and offer a prayer of resolution to discover the spiritual treasures of heaven prepared for me with the eyes of faith. The second meditation is trusting the Lord's waiting beyond misunderstanding. The son wasted 4 years hating his father, but during that time, his father was waiting, preparing a greater gift for the son to enjoy upon his return. Am I doubting God's goodness and judging the Lord however I please just because my prayers are not answered immediately or my situation does not improve? Today, let us live a blessed day, returning to the arms of the Father who forgives my stupidity, fully trusting the prepared grace given when living into obedience to the Lord's word and enjoying peace.